Hey guys, Seth and I will be doing a presentation on pedometers. Because of the technology we're using to be to present right now, we're not going to be able to be seen while we're doing it, but we're going to be beside the laptop doing the presentation. So let's get started. Let's go over here, Seth. All right, pedometers by Jacob and Seth. What is a pedometer? A pedometer is a tool used to measure steps. Most pedometers feature a clip on the back so you can attach easily to your belt line or other pieces of clothing.
How you would use it in the classroom. The main reason would be measuring steps during class or during the school day, like have the children wear them in the hallway to the other classes. You could use it in a lesson plan for students to measure their steps for an entire week, like incorporate it into a unit plan. You can incorporate problem solving, like adding up your steps and seeing how it relates to walking a mile. You can provide opportunities for daily tracking in and outside the classroom since they are portable.
Lesson plans, including a pedometer. Seth had a couple of good ideas there, but also you could have the students run and measure their steps during class. Then you could have them walk the same distance and compare. So how many steps did it take to run? How many steps did it take to walk? Implementation outside of the curriculum, you could ask students to find an average of steps during the week. So have them wear it outside of class, throughout school, and then measure up how many they had total, and then average that out. To include some math. You could play a game in class and have them wear the pedometer, and then see how many steps they take during the activity.
Some objective examples we have: the students will be able to use a pedometer to measure their steps. The second will be the students will be able to understand how much they walk compared to how many steps it takes to walk a mile. And the third one we came up with was the students will be able to identify their average steps they take during a week.
Learning enhancement pedometers give students immediate accurate feedback about their activity level, so they can just look down and say, okay, I know I've taken this many steps. It provides opportunity for goal setting for students and parents, so you could even get the parents involved buying enough pedometers for that, or have the students wear them one day and the parents wear them the next and compare, and they can make goals based off how many steps they take today. Say, okay, I'm going to take 100 more steps tomorrow. Pedometers are low cost and provide opportunities for monitoring activity outside of the classroom. So again, a lot of this is going to come back to outside of the classroom, which is always really good to include. But they're very, very low cost to have. I think McDonald's even handed them out in Happy Meals there for a while.
A correct way is to use your pedometer. You want to measure the length of your steps to adjust the mode of your pedometer to be personalized to you. Some of them are fancy enough to where you're able to do that, like adjust it to your stride length. You clip the pedometer firmly to your pants, pocket, or belt line, or any piece of your clothes that's not going to move freely so it'll shake while you're walking. Check the pedometer at the end of the day to record your steps and make goals for yourself for the next day based on how far you traveled previously.
It's okay. Wrong implementations for using a pedometer would be handing out pedometers only for the sake of including technology. That doesn't help improve activity. So if you just said, all right, guys, here's some pedometers, wear them around, we'll see what happens. That's not really, you're not getting anything out of it. You kind of have to explain the goal of it and, help students create goals and things. So not explaining how to properly program the pedometer would give inaccurate results. So if you had the pedometers that would record how far your stride length is, you need to make sure to take that into consideration when you're handing them out and not just giving them out for the sake of doing it. And allowing students to shake pedometer to get more results doesn't improve health or results. So you need to explain to the kids, it's going to be really based off like intrinsic motivation. If they want to actually get better, they're going to wear it, but they're going to have some kids that if you don't explain to them why it's not good to shake it, and they're going to go ahead and do that. So that's important.
Upsides to pedometers. The students can use math in the class as well as algebra, and we all know it's good to integrate different subjects into your PE class because it helps kids relate to those classes as well. And it's an easy way to measure students' activity outside of class. Now, again, if they're being honest with you, it's 100% accurate with how many steps they take then it's a good way to measure what they're doing outside of the class. As long as they're not cheating, it's a very easy way to be able to monitor. Like if you were to send home homework to walk a mile or something, it's a very easy way to monitor that.
The downsides to pedometers, they're easy for students to cheat on their steps. So again, it's kind of hard to monitor if the students are cheating or not. They just kind of have to be intrinsic about it and hope that they're just being honest. High risk of students breaking or stealing them. Because they're low cost, students may not think it's a big deal if they just take it home, and they could fall off during an activity or while walking and step on it and be broken. And it's difficult to track accuracy. So again, that's going to go back to the first one. It's hard to tell whether or not someone's actually cheating. If they do it at a minute amount, but if someone comes in and says they've walked 2 million steps in a day, obviously that's not going to be accurate.
Are they age appropriate? We said from grades 2 to 12, they would be ideal for pedometers because that's about when you can understand what you're doing at the second grade level and just understand how to count your steps. A basic lesson you could do would be how many steps did you take during the class? And a complex lesson that you'd use for high schoolers would be what was the average amount of steps you took this week?
Okay. Listen up. This PE class is going to step it up with a pedometer contest. And the big winner gets a brand new video my phone.
That's how I will see my grandma. I just have to win the video my phone. Ha! Like you stand a chance, Morgan.
These pedometers will count every one of your steps. You've got 2 days to rack up as many steps as you can. Have fun, but make it count. Get it?
Oh, man. I think I left my school ID at the mall yesterday. Morgan, will you help me find it? Sure, Charlie. Sorry we couldn't find your ID.
That's okay. It's bound to show up. Keep racking up those pedometer points.
You mean keep wasting your time? I'm winning that video phone. Right, Ralphie?
Get out of here, Whiskers! You're ruining my cheating!
Okay, Morgan, you're the last one. Let's see how many points you have. 50,650 steps? Wow! You're the big winner!
I knew you could do it!
Thanks, Charlie. I feel pretty good. Did you really break your pedometer?
Yep, but I think you would have beaten me anyway. You're the Morganator! It's awesome that Morgan won. It's also pretty cool that he had fun walking. I hope he keeps it up and walks more.
All right, guys, so as you can see, it kind of gave a pretty good demonstration of how you use a pedometer, and the teacher did a pretty good job of explaining the why they were doing it and the uses of it, as well as you've seen what it would look like to not use it correctly. And again, there was no way to really measure that. It was kind of based off of just the honor system, but that's fine. I mean, it's a good thing to teach kids as well to do that. So, anything else, Seth?
I think we got it.
All right, that's how you use pedometers.